Hey everybody, Jim here. Well, I did the rational thing that anyone would do in the last days of summer with the heat and the nice weather winding down. I spent a little money to sit in a movie theater to see a movie the critics reviled. That movie being Suicide Squad. What did I think of Suicide Squad? Well, it's a mess. But it's sometimes an entertaining mess. Honestly, I kind of liked this movie at the start. I kind of liked the way it flashed in showing all these various DC villains, most of which have never been on the big screen before. And you had a few cameos by a couple members of the Justice League. So it started off thinking this movie's going to be okay, actually. But it quickly gets sillier and sillier as it goes along. How do I say this? First, I'll say the good parts about this movie. I like Jared Leto's Joker, even though he was underdeveloped, didn't do enough to have too much of an effect on the story. He's just kind of there, but I still liked him during his screen time. Will Smith as Deadshot also worked well for me. I haven't seen Will Smith in anything I've liked in a long time, so he probably was the best decision for him to appear in this instead of Independence Day Resurgence. Maggie Robe was probably the best thing about this movie as Harley Quinn. I know it makes pretty much no sense for her to be in this movie. Like, with the other members of the Suicide Squad, they all kind of got a special skill that the government would want to recruit in order to help with missions, but what skill does this bitch have? She's just a crazy ass woman who's in love with the Joker. She's unpredictable, uncontrollable. She really does not have any skills that would have any military value, okay? She really is the kind of person who should just be locked up. But I really enjoyed the way she played this character. I've been a fan of the character ever since I was a kid, from Batman the Animated Series, and Maggie Robe's performance was just perfectly captured the character. Kind of that sex kitten thing who's batshit out of her mind. You know, she attracts you, but it's best to stay away from her because she's fucking crazy. Alright, has that bubbly personality. Perfectly captured in this movie. Just perfectly captured. What else? I also liked the way Amanda Waller was played. Also very faithful to the comics overall. A ruthless government agent who, of course, is out to serve her country, sees herself as serving the greater good, but certainly is willing to take unethical actions for her goals. Basically a well portrayal of the character. Much better than the one on the small screen. I'm really kind of annoyed that the CW feels the need to cast supermodels in every part. It's getting annoying. I definitely prefer this big screen version of the character a lot better. And there's some good chemistry. There's a lot of good scenes in this movie peppered throughout, but it feels like they don't flow together properly. Like, I've heard that there were a lot of reshoots and re-edits of this movie, and boy, can you tell. It feels like there's parts of this movie missing. But the biggest thing that annoyed the living crap out of me was definitely the threat that the Suicide Squad faced, the villain. I know all the characters are kind of villains, but I'll say this character was the main villain of the movie. Oh my god, what a disappointment. Memo to Hollywood. Not every movie needs to end with the hero saving the world from an enemy that shoots lightning up into the sky. Alright? I'm really getting sick of that bullshit. That's just not needed in a Suicide Squad movie. That would be far more appropriate for a Justice League movie, but the Suicide Squad really should be facing a more low-key threat and really should focus on the dynamic of the villains. That these are all bad people who got together. A couple years ago, there was an animated movie that was pretty much a Suicide Squad movie, even though it didn't have Suicide Squad in the title, Batman Assault on Arkham. Where that one, the Suicide Squad just break into Arkham, and there's this whole mission with gunfire and everything and a few explosions. That's what this movie should have been. You don't need a world-ending cataclysm. Not to mention, it annoys me to no end that this villain, who just looks like a terrible CGI piece of crap, right, is destroyed through the most pathetic and easy way possible. Not to mention, why weren't any of the Justice League involved? I know why Superman's not involved, that's explained, but Batman's still around. Where was he during all of this? The Flash, Wonder Woman, they're all around and about. Why weren't they helping out with this world-ending catastrophe? Were they busy? Were they just too tired? What the hell? And then Like, one of my favorite characters throughout most of it, the character El Diablo, who can summon fire with his mind powers, he was a really awesome character throughout of it. He has kind of an incomplete story arc, but even at the end, he like morphs into this stupid-looking CGI character, and I'm just like, really? Like, really? Ugh. So, that said, this movie definitely has its moments, has some good casting. Alright, it sets up things for later DC movies in a way that could be interesting, but this movie's script really needed some rewrites. It needed a better threat for these characters to face. Really could have been a better flick than it was. So, overall, once again, DC, your attempts to start your own cinematic universe are really, really, really floundering and really pathetic. You should really just concentrate on making good movies and making them into a shared continuity. Really should be a secondary thing, but I don't know. Well, hopefully Wonder Woman will be better, but when Batman vs. Superman disappointed, I was saying hopefully Suicide Squad will be better, and I guess it's a little better. I haven't seen the ultimate cut of Batman vs. Superman yet, so maybe that version. I've heard it is from other people, but I don't know. But this movie, yeah, it feels... I hope there's some kind of director's cut when it comes to Blu-ray, because it really feels like there's parts of this movie missing. Maybe some of that extra footage could be re-edited into a better flick than what we got. I have to really think so. It really doesn't come across like studio meddling messed up the movie. So, overall, I can't really recommend too much going to see this. I had a ticket voucher, so it didn't cost me much, but overall, there are probably better flicks to see around now, probably. Particularly, we got a couple really good ones next week, which I'll probably do some quick thoughts about later. Been on vacation, had a nice summer, and my channel's really grown in the last month, and I hope it grows a lot more, and I thank my audience for watching my videos. You all have a great day, and have a great summer.